horrible movie, and I can't wait to see it.
Okay, so let's move on to two things Jordan's not going to be able to talk about at all.
All right, can I play Zelda?
All right.
at least?
No, you cannot. So I want to talk about. Me and Gerald have been playing a bunch of Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes.
You played the original trilogy,
Yeah,
right?
first three,
All of
yep.
it.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't finish 3.
Okay.
I finished 1 and 2 though.
Well, good. If you didn't finish 3, you're a happy
You
customer.
can talk about us. Talk about it with us, Lisa.
So Andromeda is kind of an interesting
It's a
story.
galaxy.
Correct. And so at this game takes place at the end of Mass Effect. Actually, it's Mass Effect 3 when the Reapers come to Earth. That's when they have this initiative to basically jump to the next
Well, initiative started
universe.
during 2, right? Because they
Right.
knew
something bad was going to happen. So
something
then
bad
they
was
got this initiative, which I love it because it's like Elon Musk. It's not like the government that did this or like the alliance or whatever. It's just this philanthropist that has all this money. He's like, we're going to go to the next universe. We're going to Andromeda, the galaxy. So they have this one giant ship called the Nexus, which is like
the Citadel.
like yeah, essentially that's the thing about this.
And it looks like the Citadel.
It's this big round thing that floats in the sky, and then they send these arcs, which I love the idea of this. Like it's very science meets religion.
And not only
thing.
that, but
I enjoy
each
that.
arc has their own like super race. So you have like the human arc, right? And
Right.
then you have the Turian arc, and then there's the Solarian arc, and there's the arc with the rest of the 3 races you don't see, and they're lost, right?
No, okay, but
But
anyway,
the
so
Quarians and like those people, their arc got held back for some technical difficulties, and that's why you don't see them in the game, which is whatever.
Right.
But you have the other arcs. Everyone's coming together to hopefully create this new coalition to bring, because they assume like everything in the Milky Way is effed. Like Reaper's gonna come destroy everyone, so this is our new beginning.
yeah, this is
So
it.
they think they're not going to come to Andromeda?
No, they know they're going to Andromeda because
They're
think
running.
everyone in
Right, they're running
Right, but the
essentially.
Reapers are just going to go there next, right?
Well, we don't know that because
Oh.
this is a pretty ambitious type of thing. And so, anyways,
Well,
they
you're
arrive.
migrating across galaxies. It's a pretty big deal.
Right.
But didn't you just fly around in a galaxy?
You flew around in the Milky. No one
Just
had
in the
ever
Milky
just
Way
in the
in
Milky
the
Way.
Mass Effect?
Yeah, the
Oh.
whole Mass Effect thing happened in.
Why did I think it was bigger than that?
Well, because
Galaxy's
it's
pretty big, man.
pretty big, man. So, anyways, it's cool because first of all, there is an Andromeda galaxy, which is technically, I think, the closest galaxy.
one.
Which is, I'm already like, okay, you got me. Like, I want to do this in real life. And like, so they had this. They have like a telescope, this Mass Effect telescope that the Geth built. Anyways, there's a whole backstory, which is super cool. I love the nerdiness of like someone. It's like Oblivion or what's the other one? Skyrim, where it's like these books that like some
These
developer,
the lore is
yeah,
crazy,
some developer wrote out all these books and like no
Right.
one reads them, but like I read them. I read
The
them.
codex entries.
I read all the codex. All my codexes are empty. Like they all have been read. Anyways, so there's this initiative to go, and they had this. They didn't have all the data, but they had like these worlds that they saw in Andromeda
Golden worlds.
that they were going to turn. They were going to not have to terraform, or people could live there. Different species could live there, and they're going to send these pathfinders.
There's like 7 of them, right?
Yeah, this Pathfinder group to go down to these planets, and they're going to see if they can colonize them. And they just need to get a foothold because once they get a foothold on a planet, then they can start. And this
Develop an economy and all that stuff and get
and
shit
it's
going.
super super cool because like they've put everybody in cryo sleep.
636 years to
Yeah,
get there.
yeah, 633.
So it's kind of cool because like at the beginning of the game, like all this starts in the middle of Mass Effect 2, and by the time they're in Andromeda, all that crap's already happened.
Right.
And I'm still waiting on like references, like, oh, remember that Shepherd guy?
Yeah.
But that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, and so what's cool is the game does these really interesting mechanics of like, well, we don't want to wake up all the people because then we have to like take care of them and feed them and like
stuff.
do that stuff. But they also were like scientists and military guys, so they could potentially help us. So it's like this balance of like, when do we wake them up versus like, so you have to work with what you have. And it's just, that mechanic fits so well thematically. Like so
Not only that, but like when you finally get to the Nexus, I really like where it's like, you guys are like a year and 2 months late.
yeah, like everything's
So
screwed
like,
up.
that's all like there's stuff that's already happened on the Nexus.
Right.
And I kind of like that too.
And so when you get to the Nexus, you find out that there's this thing called the Scourge, which is like this man-made like demon cloud. It's kind
Sure.
of the only way to explain it. And it like when
It's
you
all
drive,
veiny.
when you fly through it, it destroys your ship and stuff like that. So like the Nexus hit it, or it hit the Nexus, and so like the plan has not gone according to plan.
Not only that, but like the Scourge has infested these worlds that they're golden worlds. So it's like, oh, none of these are inhabitable.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all cool. Very, very cool. Okay. Well, I don't even know if I can review this yet. It would probably. I am enjoying it tremendously. How about you?
After the first like couple hours, man, that's rough. The first few
hours are bad. Now
rough,
this
man.
game has been getting incredibly bad press because of the bad animation, and it is terrible. Like it is bad.
Like, you see it next to Mass Effect 1 on the Xbox 360, and Mass Effect looks better.
And I don't understand how that happens.
It's a different studio.
I thought it was still. I thought it was
it's
BioWare.
BioWare Montreal, where like a different BioWare did the other Mass Effect games.
I still don't understand how this gets out. Like, I don't understand how that doesn't get Q8 or fixed.
idea.
And anyway, so there's like animation problems, like people talking is like slightly off, and like people walking
Weird
funny.
like eye movements when you're talking. I recorded this clip. You record stuff on your Xbox.
Yeah.
And I showed it to Sarah yesterday, and like my guy finished talking his sentence, and then he was like, "You can't hear something else," but he like kept moving his eyes and mouth, even though he wasn't talking.
Yeah.
And like, it's just bad.
It's one of those things, we have the uncanny valley where like things look so real, but then like when things look so real and like things don't make sense, like eyes are moving around or not squinting in the right
this
way.
doesn't look real at all.
Well, it's not even just that. Right. I get what you're saying.
Everything's bad.
It looks bad. But that's honestly for me, I'm not there for the graphics. I'm there for the story. I'm there for the world building. I'm there for like, I love this idea of exploration. That's one of my favorite things in board games. And like this has it in spades. You get to go to new worlds. You meet new aliens.
Agree. That is very cool.
You find out new technology. You get upgrades, and like you can, of course, level up your characters. It's got all the RPG stuff that you know from Mass Effect 1, which is kind of cool because they kind of died that down a little bit in 2 and 3. The only thing that I will say, there's a lot here. Like there's research, there's development, there's a thing where you send people out.
David, it's so stupid.
Really? I don't think it's
So
stupid.
it's like, okay, I want to research a gun. It's like, okay, you can research it, but that's the blueprint for the gun. Then you need to get the minerals to actually make the gun. Then you can create augments where you can put into the gun to make the gun do different things.
I like that.
It's
It's
too
just-
much, man.
I don't mind it. Fallout had like crazy amount of augmentation with guns and weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
but
don't mind.
you find a weapon, you put pieces on it, you have the weapon with the pieces. You have to like research a blueprint. Then you need to develop the gun, and it's just
It's
too
just extra
complicated.
steps. Yeah, there are extra steps. I think once you figure it out, though, then you're good
And there's
to go.
no, like you were mentioning before, there is no kind of like explanation on how to
No.
do any of this stuff.
No.
By the way, I don't know if
Trial
like
and
my
error.
TV is just like really crappy or something. Like the text is small. I
Yeah.
know you have this huge giant TV now, but like
It's still small, so I zoomed in on. I have a function on the bows where you can like zoom in, and it makes the text just big enough. It's almost
like
too
hurting
small.
my eyes to play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually that's a big complaint. But the combat is super fun. It is a little on the easy mode, so you got to kind of
Yeah, you and I are playing on normal. We were talking earlier today how it's like
It's too easy.
I'm doing like a lot, like every single side stuff I can, I will do on a planet before I move on to the next like story thing.
completionist. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm level 19 right now, only on the second planet. I don't know if that's really far, but I'm doing every single side thing, so I would assume that's pretty far. And like the enemies seem really easy, unless I'm like really stupid and just going guns blazing, like one of the big Ket guys just mow me down. But I feel like it's just too easy. But I'm playing on normal. But I guess I can bump it up a little bit. But
Yeah, I think it's like I said, it's just a little too easy. But again, I'm not there for the combat. Like I'm not. That's not why I'm playing.
Well, are you
this
there for
game.
the dialogue? Because dialogue is kind of bad too.
No, I don't think it's that bad. Like I said, I'm there for the story, the world building, finding these new
That
worlds,
is
seeing
cool.
this
I do
landscape, and that's why I enjoy those games as much as I do. So
I
for me,
definitely-
I love this game, but it is not as good as Mass Effect. It's not as good as Mass Effect 2. It's not even as good as Mass Effect 3, which is sad because it almost reminds me of God, what was that game? You had Fallout 3, and then you had Fallout New Vegas, which was I enjoyed Fallout New Vegas, but it wasn't as good like combat wise, and it wasn't as good story wise. The only reason I enjoyed it more is because I'm from Vegas.
Right.
But if I wasn't, it wasn't as good, right? And so it's like like this amazing. It's like if you had this like amazing food, and they're like, "You want more of that?" And you're like, "Yeah," and they like brought it.
talk
in,
about
like,
Fallout.
"Oh, this one was cooked in a microwave," and you're like. Why did you do that? Why didn't you just make the thing you made before? It's like,
I liked New Vegas more than 3, but I like the DLC of 3 more than Vegas. That makes sense.
right.
Anyways.
I'm just saying it feels like a watered down version of Mass Effect that we've been waiting for. Like, why is it
been
watered
5 years
down?
since
Why
3,
why are we watered down? Like,
Why do the animations look like this? Come on, it's 2017.
I don't understand that. That doesn't make technology.
Is this the
work.
first Mass Effect on Xbox One? I would
Yes.
assume so.
Yes.
And it looks like garbage?
Yep.
It's crazy. They got
And it's the
better
first one
hardware.
released
Like,
on. It's the first one released on PC as well, because the other ones were only console.
Yeah.
Until they eventually ported to PC, and it still looks like.
Does
trash.
it look good on PC?
Nope, looks like trash.
Yeah, it looks the same. And
And like I said, it's not necessarily the graphics. Like, yeah,
It looks like
the
Mass Effect.
textures are like not as good as like a 2017 game like Battlefield 1 or anything, but it's the animation.
it's like if I was looking at you and I was talking to you and I was doing this. Like I was just talking to you, Jordan, and I'm like doing this.
or someone
like,
tells
Right.
you your sister's dead, and you're just like
Right. It's just
you're
like
just
not
smiling.
the
You're
right-
not like, oh no, oh.
yeah,
It's
it
just
doesn't
like,
make any sense.
What is happening? Yeah.
Is it a bad director?
Just one of these people. Never mind. I can make a bad joke. But anyways, I like I said, I'm enjoying it immensely. It's one of those games where I like wake up early when the kid wakes up, and I'm like, I could probably play some Mass Effect.
Right.
That's when I know it's a good
I've
game.
been up till midnight like these past couple
Yeah,
nights.
that's
you
like-
know,
those
on
are
a
the-
work night.
I
That's
know.
me with
But,
me with Zelda. I had to go to bed early last night. I was
At least you can take
exhausted.
yours to bed.
And
We
I was
can't do
just
that.
like,
we can't do that yet.
Yeah.
Just pull the TV.
I told Laura, I'm so tired. I was like, this adventure is wearing me out.
Oh, my fingers.
Super exhausted.
No, but it was definitely. I almost stopped playing it after the first couple hours.
I don't think it's that
I
bad.
needed to push through it.
No, it's not that
Once you
bad.
get the tank and you're doing the exploration stuff, then it's like, okay, we're in Mass Effect.
No. Okay, so now that we got through what you do, and we're going to continue our top 100 movies of all time. We are at number 80.
The adventure epic Taxi Driver. Oh, it is a crime drama, the 1976 Taxi Driver.
Starring?
Robert De Niro.
You looking at me? You looking at me?
David, don't look at me.
You looking at me? You must be looking at me.
I thought
chest.
this was that Queen Latifah movie. No?